Good morning. It is Thursday, August the 11th. I'm Lindsay Morrison. Kim MacDonald is back after a well-deserved day off.
Well, thanks.
After all those birthday celebrations that we had here at the Weather Network, I guess you needed a bit of a rest.
Well, you know, you hit a certain age, you need a day off after your birthday. That's just how it goes. Recovery time, a little bit longer than, you know, in the old days.
Well, we're very happy to have you back. We have lots to talk about when it comes to the weather story for today. We've been talking about the weather in places like Newfoundland as well as Cape Breton. Not much of a summer, really.
No, it's been cooler than average. It's certainly been wetter than average. You've seen a lot of rainfall across the Maritimes in Newfoundland. We're going to go to one of those pretty places in Nova Scotia, though, Marion Bridge. If you know the song Out on the Myra, you are aware of Marion Bridge. And look, feeding the birds by hand.
That is amazing. Thank you for sending this in. This community is just
Here comes a squirrel.
Oh, is this Snow White?
Yeah, imagine the singing and everybody gathering, all the animals. That's a pretty neat video. Thanks for sending it.
Yeah, thank you for sending it. Marion Bridge hit 16 degrees yesterday. There was a mix of sun and clouds, but it looks like maybe a little unsettled to start the day today.
Yeah, you know, we've got a lot of drizzle around the Maritimes and Newfoundland right now. A lot of low-level clouds, so it's a gray start to your day. But the birds and the squirrels, they may still be out in this kind of weather. It's not going to be a washout of a day, not for the Maritimes anyway. Northern areas of New Brunswick getting a little more rain towards the Gaspé in Quebec, but this is what it's looking like this afternoon. So some breaks are possible, especially late day in Fredericton, St. John. Moncton, 22 degrees today, some breaks of sun later. I know you're seeing the showers right now. And then we've got a high of 13 in St. John's. I hope you get there. I know. You hope we get to 13. Well, it's been 10 the last couple of days, 10 degrees for August. It's just, it's not right. Temperatures should be closer to 20 degrees. Isolated severe thunderstorms today, especially in southern Quebec. But for you in Nova Scotia, New Brunswick, and PEI, here comes the low. It's on its way out. It's not going to be a bad day overall, but again, a little cloudier than average. And those showers will continue in Newfoundland today.
You know, Kim, that low pressure system has a soggy history. It brought plenty of rain to Ontario earlier in the week, and then yesterday the low was just lingering in parts of Ontario, and as a result,
some severe weather in Montreal and in Quebec City with that same low. Some thunderstorms there yesterday.
But in other parts of Ontario, it was a beautiful day, and it looks like it's going to be another fair one today.
Yeah, it was blue sky but breezy yesterday, wasn't it? Yeah, that's the low departing and the ridge of high pressure coming in. When you get that happening, the winds certainly start to pick up. It's always an indication of changing weather. A cool start to the day for many people in Ontario. A little cooler than you've been experiencing of late. Temperatures this afternoon, quite lovely actually, mid-20s for the most part. We've got the risk of thunderstorms in northwestern Ontario and in Manitoba too. Southern Saskatchewan up towards the foothills of Alberta, where we've been seeing some stormy weather today already through the overnight hours. Yeah, I'm sure those thunderstorms this morning were waking up people in places like Medicine Hat, possibly Swift Current. For your long-range forecast, we're almost at the weekend, so this is today's weather, Thursday. Let's get right into Friday, shall we? Yeah, let's take a look. Unsettled weather. There's our area of low pressure right over the Great Lakes. So a little bit on the unsettled side tomorrow, although, you know, I'm thinking that these maps are not right. Okay, so we've got rain coming to Ontario on Saturday. Around noontime in Windsor, late day towards the GTA. It's not going to be a complete write-off. See, I'll just talk about your weather. We've got unsettled weather across the prairies, and it's going to get warmer too. Southern areas of Manitoba and Saskatchewan expect some warm weather. And as we get into the weekend in Atlantic Canada, well, it looks like it could be a little unsettled. You're not getting really much of a break. You know, temperatures have been a little bit cooler than average in places like Halifax, but the rainfall for June, July, and August has been well above normal. I'm sure that's no surprise. Your local forecast is ahead. Hi there, good morning. Less than a minute from right now, we've got your local forecast details. But before we go there, let's talk a little bit about the summer that has been already. We were already alluding to this a little bit in the national forecast, talking about Newfoundland's weather and Nova Scotia's weather. St. John's, so what's normal? 18.7. That's an overall normal between June, July, and August. You've been about 4 degrees below seasonal. 298 is your average rainfall. You're over that already. That's including all of August normally, so you've already surpassed that. But look at Halifax's weather, 350.8 millimeters of rain so far. Temperature-wise, you've been slightly below seasonal. Your normal is about 22.4 degrees. Yeah, I think the colorful kites look pretty nice. They stand out against that gray sky, right? If you're looking for any silver lining here. They do that every other year, by the way, the Kite Festival on the even years, even though they started in 2001. Okay, so still a little bit unsettled across the Maritimes. This morning we're seeing some drizzle and some cloud. It's going to gradually improve through the day in the Maritimes. Newfoundland, you'll see that rain start to move in, especially western shores. The threat of non-severe thunderstorms today, best chance of isolated severe likely in the eastern townships of Quebec. Afternoon temperatures, not bad, close to seasonal values across the Maritimes. St. John's 13 degrees. You still have that east wind. We'll see if you get there. I know you've only hit 10 the last couple of days, and you've been seeing that drizzle for hours and hours, if not days and days on end. Yeah, you've seen temperatures about 4 degrees below your average this summer so far. I know it might feel more than that, though. Cool start to the day. You might want to throw on a sweater this morning in southern Ontario, but the afternoon forward to some sunshine and almost zero humidity. Risk of thunderstorms across the prairies. We've been seeing them recently in Alberta, moving into Saskatchewan. More for this afternoon.
Good morning. It's Thursday, August the 11th. Lindsay Morrison and Kim MacDonald here with you on the National Morning Show. Lots to talk about this morning.
Yes.
You know, Kim, it's been nice on the coast of BC the last couple of days. I actually have some family friends visiting from BC, and they said, what happened? I thought it was so hot and humid here, but you know, it's been a little, I'll say cooler in southern Ontario, but really it's just seasonal.
Yeah, we're back to normal in southern Ontario. It'll be that way for quite a few days. You can't be hot and sticky forever.
No.
In Atlantic Canada, it's been cool and wet and cloudy. Boy, the weather has never really picked up in St. John's, Newfoundland.
And, you know, the weather, not the most ideal yesterday, but it looks like today a bit of an improvement.
A little bit. 18 degrees yesterday was the best you did under those cloudy skies. It rained most of the day, although there were a few breaks and even a sunny break at one point. Today, gradual improvement. So the radar doesn't pick up drizzle for the most part, but there's a lot of low-level moisture. So there's quite a bit of drizzle around. There's cloud cover. And there's cool temperatures, but it's going to improve through the day. So by the evening hours, we're looking at the better chance of a sunny break. And it begins in the west and continues eastward. So late day in Moncton and Dieppe, you're likely going to see a break or two of sunshine. In the meantime, we've got rain showers moving into Newfoundland through the day. It's another cool one in St. John's. You've seen 10 degrees the last couple of days. 13 even seems optimistic to me today. Thunderstorm potential today too, although non-severe. Here's the low. This is the one that brought that heavy rain to southern Ontario a couple of days ago. It continues its trek eastward into Newfoundland, begins to clear in the southern Maritimes. Although we're not looking at a whole lot of sunshine, we're looking at more dry conditions.
All right, Kim, I'll admit it. Yesterday, I had a sweatshirt on most of the day. I know.
You have not acclimatized to the 25 degrees.
You know, 24 degrees, that was the daytime high in the city of Toronto.
That's like 6 to 7 o'clock at night. So it's starting, you know, we're starting to get into the evening hours, but there was such a breeze yesterday that it did feel cool.
There was. I have to admit, though, there was a lot of sunshine at my house. That wasn't the case everywhere.
No, we didn't. We did see some showers and thunderstorms in a few places. Eastern Ontario, around the Niagara region, there was a quick shower yesterday. Today, we're not expecting any rain. High pressure has moved in. That's part of the reason why it was so windy yesterday. It's a cool start to the day. But what's nice right now is that the AC is off, the windows are open, especially in the overnight. Really great for sleeping if you don't have air conditioning at all. Thunderstorms in northwestern Ontario, the potential is there today. Pop-up storms for the most part, just a little bit of instability in the atmosphere. And we've been seeing some thunderstorms rolling across Alberta. Thank you to our viewer from Bow Island talking about the thunderstorms there. That trend will continue this afternoon. Isolated severe are possible.
This long-range forecast is brought to you by Carrier Heating and Air Conditioning.
Time now for your long-range forecast. So let's see if there's any improvement in the east. Well, certainly for the Maritimes on Friday, there will be. It'll be slightly better. A little bit more sun and a little bit warmer too. Newfoundland, the low moves in, so we're looking at rain showers for the island and for Labrador as well. Eastern Newfoundland, you may get a little bit of a break. Central, west, showery weather. We've got unsettled weather across southern areas of Manitoba, northwestern Ontario. Southern Ontario looks good, although there will be some increased clouds through the afternoon. We're watching the weekend, though. It'll be pretty good across southern Alberta, Sask, and Manitoba. BC looks good in the south, but there's this big old low starting to mess up plans in Ontario across the Great Lakes. We're going to see showers and scattered thunderstorms on Sunday as well. In the west, it looks pretty decent, although BC now gets some showers down towards Victoria and Vancouver. You haven't seen that in a while. The Maritimes, northern area showers and thunderstorms. Nova Scotia should be okay come Sunday, but Monday, more wet weather moves in.